It's the 1 week anniversary of the birth of the DUmmie FUnnies. Yes, 1 week ago, January 15th, 2019 was the historic day that the DUmmie FUnnies channel began on YouTube. And geez, so much has happened since then. And despite that, I don't know, it feels just like yesterday that it was born. In fact, it feels more like a week ago because that's exactly how much time has passed. But despite the fact it's been only 1 week, we've had some impressive numbers rack up. Number one, 72 subscriptions in 1 week. We also have, in 1 week's time, over 11,200 viewing minutes, which is almost 200 hours. In addition, over 3,500 total views. So everything is going great. But I'll tell you one thing, though, real quick. It did have one little bump in the road, and that happened last Thursday. It was unbelievable what happened, but I learned something from it. I found out I was the only person to notice this and to post it on the entire internet. But remember that fake news Washington Post article, the whole newspaper about, President Trump being thrown out of office? Well, what everybody overlooked, except for old PJ here, was that at the very end, there was like it wasn't even satire, it wasn't parody, they were dead serious, and they talked about and they were serious, not parody. They talked about what they wanted to do, the left did, wanted to do to Trump supporters if they ever got back into power, which included imprisoning Trump supporters and terrorizing them. So anyway, here's what happened. I did a YouTube video about it, and I expected, like, wow, what a great reaction it's going to have. People are going to sit up and take notice. And you know what? Nothing much happened. It was a dud. I'm telling you, I was completely depressed. It was like one of the most depressing days of my life. I was like reaching out for answers, like, why, Goddess Gaia, why hast thou forsaken me? Well, I reached out the next morning, Friday morning, to my friend Brian Craig, who was the co-host of the Steve Kane show, he still is. Anyway, I called him up, and Brian told me what the matter was. He says, listen, I liked your delivery and everything, but the problem is you took forever to get to the point. And you know what? Brian was right. The video was a total of 15 minutes long, and it took me a full 12 minutes before I even started talking about what the left planned to do to Trump supporters. So I took his advice that very day, just hours later. I redid the video, and I cut it down to a total of 3 minutes, and I got right to the point. And it worked beautifully. I uploaded it, and very quickly, I got over 500 views. It's still up there. So anyway, I passed that hump in the road, and now I'm celebrating. Today, I'm going to be quite busy for the rest of today and late into tonight with a round of DUmmie FUnnies anniversary celebrations, the 1 week anniversary. So I'm going to be attending receptions, dinners, banquets, parties, and anybody out there, even though you might not be able to participate, you know what you could do for the DUmmie FUnnies? Is subscribe. We're at 72. I want to hit I want to hit 100. That's the magic number. 100 subscribers. So I want you. Now you out there, I know you already subscribed, so you're okay, but it's you I'm talking to. You haven't subscribed? Subscribe. Get me to the 100 subscribers. I need them. That's the magic number. So anyway, I'm going to be celebrating, and do I have any regrets about what I did with the DUmmie FUnnies? Well, I'm going to make a little confession here. There was one thing that really bothers me. It's embarrassing, incredibly embarrassing, was in the first video that I did, where I did that silly, ridiculous song and dance routine with the DUmmie FUnnies song, So you know what? It's painful to look at. And I probably would delete that video, except it is the first one, so it's kind of historic. So I'm going to promise everybody out there, whatever I do, I will never, ever again perform the stupid, ridiculous DUmmie FUnnies song and dance routine. Never! Hey kids! What time is it? You're right! It's DUmmie FUnnies time! It's DUmmie FUnnies time! it's DUmmie FUnnies time. Before we're through, we'll do the dummies and commies too. Let's give a rousing cheer, cause DUmmie FUnnies here. So let's start the show. So kids, let's go! Okay, so I lied. Sue me.